Just keep your eyes closed. As you have been sharing these thoughts, by now I hope you very well appreciate and be the presence, your own nature, which is instantaneous. To be the consciousness you don't need anything whatsoever. Please see that. For a perception, to see something, you need the eyes as well as the object. To hear a sound, you must have the ears as well as the presence of the sound. To be conscious, just to be conscious, to be the awareness. No sound is needed, no sight is needed, no eyes needed, no ears, no thoughts. But because of our long habitual engagement with the perceptual universe, the sounds, taste, touch, sights, smell, and our total preoccupation and identity with the physical body, sense organs, and also your total involvement with the thoughts, memories of many kinds, we seem to have lost touch with being, the self, the consciousness. Being the self, being yourself, is not some type of a religious need or a secular achievement, a spiritual happening, but something so ordinary, so commonplace. You have to be yourself. Ask yourself at this moment as you are sitting down, what is that role you have? Are you being yourself who you are? Or you are sitting down there as a disturbed father, neglected husband or wife, disappointed friend? Who is sitting down here? The teaching is not for the role. Roles will disappear. Roles will fade, like the perceptions. Sound, sights, taste, sensations fade away in life, disappear. Even the thoughts too shall disappear. Roles continue. nor you are young physically if you are above 30, 40, 50. You are retired, no more you have the role of a job. In the absence of a father, mother, you are no more a child. So many roles are dropped away, but you are still there. For most people, they are still there, not as themselves, but somebody who is missing away the role, who is missing out on the role. That is why miserable. If in the beginning of life you lose yourself in the role, towards the end of life you are miserable that you don't have the role anymore. The role seems to have taken over. In fact, roles don't take over. You have allowed yourself unconsciously to be taken over by the roles because you don't know who you are. And to be who you are is absolutely effortless. The roles need to be gathered. You don't have to hold on to a role, a sight, a sound, a touch, a memory of any kind. No conditions apply. Yours, who you are, is a free, unconditioned existence, available at once, here and now, at all times and all conditions. So after listening to so many times, so many days, I hope you appreciate the effortlessness of your being, who you are. Just see the simplicity of this wisdom. To be a child, you have to invoke your parents. To be a parent, a father or mother, you have to invoke a child. To be rich, invoke your riches. To be poor, invoke your poverty. You have to invoke something or other. But to be the self, you don't need to invoke anything. You are. Nor you need to dismiss anything. Who you are is not the product of an identity, involvement or renunciation. Without the cuckoo singing at a distance, the crow making a noise, you should never know the presence of the cuckoo or the crow. The sound is needed to reveal their presence. Silence doesn't need a sound to reveal its presence. presence of a sound can veil or cover the silence. That effortless you are. Don't have to invoke a thought to reveal who you are, nor you need to dismiss a thought. You don't need to invoke a sensation, a perception, nor you need to dismiss a sensation and perception. To be who you are. Thank you, friends. Now all these moments, as I have been sharing thoughts with you, you can see for yourself as to how conscious you are, or you fell asleep in between, or sometimes you drifted with the thoughts. Please understand, in all these, you don't have to struggle or blame, oh, the thoughts were drifting. No, that's not the point. The sleep overtook, that's not the point. The too many sounds or different noises outside, that's not the point. The point is you being who you are. In presence, listen carefully. Do please think of it as some type of spiritual revelation or some type of a philosophical complexity or something only rare few shall know. No, every human being, all of us, every human being must know this for himself. Reason, please see this. Just look at this world. Please see this, friends. It's so simple and so sweet. You look at this garden. When you look at this garden, what do you say? Ah, it's so beautiful, so nice, so beautiful. What is beautiful about it? Listen carefully. The trees are there everywhere. Grass is there everywhere. Flowering plants are there everywhere. Sand is there everywhere. What is so beautiful about it? Because somebody organized to bring it all to one place. It's like when it's a beautiful house. Think, it's a beautiful house. What is beautiful house? It's nothing but a house. Bricks are there, cement is there, iron rods are there, wood is there. They're all everywhere, but the builder, the architect, the builder, who brings it together and creates this beautiful design. What do you say? Nice. Cooking. What is cooking? All the vegetables are there, but the curry is not there. The exotic dish is not there. Exotic dish is prepared by the cook. Think. Same thing in life. You know, who is the ultimate wonder in this universe? That the creation is there is not a wonder, because we are there to bring it together, to enjoy. This white hibiscus doesn't enjoy the white innocence. This little flower doesn't enjoy the fragrance. Human beings go crazy. Ah, so nice, so beautiful. You write poems. You bring things together. When you say you means what? Your body also doesn't bring it together. Your body by itself cannot enjoy anything. See the wonderment that you are. When you say you are means what? Individuality is such a fantastic thing. That is the one which can enjoy everything through this physical body. There are sounds. There are lovely landscapes, Himalayan landscape, Alaskan landscape, Amazon landscape, Sahara desert landscape, different exotic landscapes are all over there. But nobody bothers until somebody, individual, goes and enjoys it. Same thing body, physical body is a beautiful landscape. But the body by itself is not proud of it. The body by itself is not afraid of it. The body doesn't enjoy the mortality, nor it enjoys the youth. The body doesn't. Individuality, listen carefully. That individuality sometimes acts as an architect, builder, singer, musician, painter, artist, cook, driver, anything, novelist, poet, scientist. Also it works as the murderer, destroyer, dictator, cruel, hardcore, criminal. It's not the mistake of the world, it's not the mistake of the creation. The eye is there. Now going to just see the beautiful side of it, we'll talk the other one also. A gardener brings many things together. An architect brings many things together. Individuality brings many things together. So that is the ultimate wonderment. One who creates these, not creates means arranges this beautiful creation in so many different ways. And that I is possible only because that is the source, the meaning of the word I, consciousness, that you are. You are the ultimate wonderment, every individual. But because you are stuck with the roles, I, a cook, you, the farmer, you, the writer, you, the singer, then comparison, who is better? When you are comparing, what are you comparing? It's such a meaningless thing. In reality, you cannot say anything better or lesser in this universe, because everything has a place. Your eyes are better or yours? Your tongue is better or your stomach? Your stomach is better than your toes? Every part has a role to play. Every part has a role to play. Same thing, every role has a role to play. It depends on how we play the roles. And in the world, when there is a sense of false superiority, inferiority, because comparison among the roles. That is why you are destroyed. You feel superior, you feel inferior. In the presence of a poor man, you are arrogant. In the presence of a richer man, you are frustrated. Presence of a younger person, you feel old. In the presence of an older person, you feel very young. Presence of a fatter person, you think very slim. In the presence of a slimmer person, you feel fat. It's a roller coaster ride. Think, friends. There is so much of wonderment, but we have completely lost sight of it. There was a person, he had a private plane. Think, he had a private plane. So one day, he thought, I am the only one going around, going on the top and flying. Let me give a chance to the village people. So he took 5-6 villagers in his small plane and took them on flight. And because sometimes when you have enjoyed it, so you also want other people to enjoy it. So what happens? When you provide them that enjoyment, you are also observing how are they enjoying it. Suppose you liked a particular food. When you give it to somebody, you say, hey, do you like it? Before he says it is nice or no, you like it. Why? Because you liked it. So you expect him to like it also. He is so stupid. But sometimes people do that. So suppose you saw a place and you say, hey, it's wonderful, come there. When you take him there, now you want to enjoy how he's enjoying. One is to share, other one is to also please superior. Had I not brought you here, you would not have enjoyed this. So rest of your life said, I have given him the best experience in life. God, it is so sickening. Think. Anyway, so he took them up flying. When he took them flying, then every other time he is asking, so do you see this mountain below you? Do you see these clouds below you? Do you see that field below you? Do you see this man, how looking small? He is more excited than the people he has taken in the flight. But these people are not so very enthusiastic in the response. And he comes back, lands back, and then he says, so, did you enjoy this flight? Did you see that how this landscape from the top? Still these fellows are not responding. Then at last one fellow very reluctantly says, yeah, it's good, but all the insects do it every day. All the insects and all the birds are doing it every day. Right or wrong? Two fellows had gone for hunting. So one had got the dogs with him, both had got the dogs with them, but then one fellow shot one duck. The dog walks on the water and picks it up and comes back. Okay? Listen to that. The dog walks on the water, picks up the duck and comes back. So this owner was surprised the first time he seeing this. Then this other, did you see what this dog do? Did you see what this dog do? Yeah, stupid dog doesn't know swimming. So much of wonderment in presence, but you will not recognize it. Laugh at yourself. You are the ultimate wonder of this universe because, understand, as even a house cannot be built without the architect. A beautiful garden cannot be organized without a real lovely gardener. A poem can't be written just by the words unless you are a poet. The vegetables can't come together unless you are a cook. As an individual, please, unless you are there, none of these things are possible. Whether you are a cook or this or that, none of these things are possible. And that I will be possible only if there is the root of the I, your sense of being, the consciousness that you are. Will you like to be a conscious builder or an unconscious architect? A conscious builder, a conscious experiencer, being the consciousness itself, or unconsciously losing yourself in so many different roles. When you unconsciously lose yourself in the role, you shall encounter disappointment, misery, frustration, jealousy, hatred, call it every type of complications of a human existence. Why in this same universe, some people groan and mourn? Rare few shall celebrate this existence. Very rare few. Why is it so? Because there is a tradition of suffering handed over from generation to generation. Yesterday I was watching one movie. At some time, just I was looking at that news because there is some fancy news was coming. Then Pakistan, some another boat is coming. It could have been another 2611. They intercepted that in Gujarat coast, and the boat did not come. They were running back. The boats are running back when these navy people cornered it. Some poor people went down and blasted it up. The whole thing was like a conflagration in the mid-sea. So it's like a movie, It's like a terrorist movie these days. What else life is? The movie doesn't, the life doesn't imitate movies. The movies imitate life. Think. So, anyway, just after that, I was just for a break time, I put it up, there was a movie. The movie name is, I want you to watch it if you feel like, friends. I don't know how, it came from some HBO or somewhere, so I don't know where to get it. Choice is yours, you can watch it. Hurricane. Hurricane is not about cyclone, not about the hurricane, not about the gusty winds. The hurricane is the name of a person. Reuben Carter. He's a real life movie. He was a prize fighter, winning every battle. Some 30, 40, 50, 60 years back. I think he's still available, still around. But where he was fighting, I could not see it from the beginning because I suddenly saw her. And then it was very gripping, I watched it completely. But first 20, 30 minutes I missed it. So in case anybody gets that CD or video, please give it to me if you can. Anyway, it's a fantastic movie. You must see, please that. The thing is, what happens? This person was a prize fighter, but he was a black man. And in those days of white supremacy and the black sort of inferiority, the people did not want him to win over the white man. So even though he pulverized the other person, the jury, the judges in the fight gives the white man the shield, champion of the world. Everybody is destroyed, including some white people also. But what can you do? Jury's decision is given. Not only that, after that when you had gone to a night or somewhere for a little pub, was coming back at 2 o'clock along with another person. Very interesting, I don't want to talk the whole thing it out. They were coming back. Then they were arrested by the people, police. Why? Because there was a murder. And the man told, there is a pub, there is a murder, and the man told, the 2 colored people did it, and these are the 2 people. And he was finished. The jury punished, judge punished. For no fault of him, 20 years he stayed in the jail. When 7 to 8 years in the jail, you read that, see that, maybe his life history that's available, the book also will be there, it will be nice to read. 7 years, 18 years, after 20 years, some people from Canada, they come, they are a group of people who are fighting for this type of people and all that. They take up the case, you read, they see that, you know the complications of it, and then ultimately he was released. After 20 years. Why was he punished? Did he do anything? No. Racial prejudice. Just think, racial prejudice, black man. Now think, friends, you know how many prejudices we have in our life? Racial prejudice in India, caste prejudice, gender prejudice. What is a woman can say? What this man can say? Caste prejudice, gender prejudice, sexual prejudice. What is that? Relationship, the more, what type of, what MO, that ways of thinking. How can you marry this man like that? How can you marry another caste? How can you live single without marriage, living in partner? So many different types of prejudices are available. Think. Caste, creed, sex, race, religion, these type of prejudices. If you follow a particular religion, you must be nutcase. How many people are suffering in this world because of some prejudice? And friends, you cannot escape the prejudice as long as you are identifying with your role, because the roles shall invoke these type of prejudices. Until you recognize yourself as to who you are, then you are comfortable with anybody and everybody, anything and everything. The world has to come to terms with that. If not today, after 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. Roles shall automatically invoke prejudice. Please understand. They are stuck with the role. That gives you a presence. That gives you some sanction for your existence. Therefore, you cannot accept that you are lesser than somebody. Your conviction, your role, your faith, your conclusion has to be absolutely right. Think, friends. And the more you are under the spell of it, think. That is why in a family you look at it, husband, wife. You may be husband and wife, but you are a man and you are a woman. A person by your own right. You are a son and a daughter, but a person by your own right. You are a brother and sister, aunt, uncle, nephews, niece, friends. But first you are a person by your own right. You demand that since you are playing this role, that is how you must play. But you forget the person behind the role. The father expects son should behave like this. Why? Because Rama followed Dasratha. But suppose the father is somebody who is drunk and stupid and everything, and the son is totally useless. It can be husband and wife, it can be man and... You understand? It's so important because you cannot generalize. This is known as the prejudices. Prejudices mean generalized. Black man, useless. Muslims, useless. Hindus, stupid. Christians, like this. Brown, yellow, green color, like that. You can't do that. You cannot do that. Even every animal is not like that. Every animal is not like that. This morning when you are walking down, there is a dog. We go so many times, the stray dogs. How many dogs are there? Every dog behaves in a different way. There will be some dogs for no reason, the moment they look at you, ooh, they'll go like that. Crazy. Because they're weak. And some other dog, 2 days back we were walking down, one dog comes in, he sees that big fellow standing there, and he starts wagging his tail. Big fellow. We thought he will come towards us. No, he's wagging his tail. Then he said, then we said, he lied down like this. Then I pretended to be like this. Then he runs away, playing. Goes away, then comes back and looks at us. Think. Even a dog. So if you say, you have to be very careful, dogs, not everyone. Prejudices. If you have some type of prejudice, you are stuck on a road. When you are yourself, you understand ultimate self-awareness. Why am I talking about these things? Because you can be a victim of racial prejudice, religious prejudice, morality, immorality prejudice, corruption, non-corruption prejudice, different types of prejudices, conclusions. That you are judging everybody is not a prejudice. whom you are judging, they are the victims. Imagine. If you do that, friends, if you do, you like it or not, unconsciously, you shall be destroying yourself. Because, please know, long before anything happens, that already reactions are happening here inside you. You are continuously persecuting yourself. Can you be in touch with yourself? That is why this knowledge. How beautifully we saw that, every verse was so nice. This Jnanad Galita Karma. When a person who was, because of the knowledge of himself, he being who he is, there is nothing to be done. Please watch it. It's a very responsible statement. That is why this, in our tradition, this karma and jnana talked so much. For the jnana, for the knowledge of being who you are, no karma is needed. Listen carefully. To be where you are, what should you do? Physically, you are standing here, and to be here, what should you do? You are in ashram, but you don't know that you are in ashram. To be in ashram, what should you do? You are here, but you still don't know you are here. Search. The moment you search, you deny that you are here. Meditate. Fast. Run. Fly. Ignorance creates the distance. Knowledge. Yeah. That you are here. Somebody points. I already told you in the last class very elaborately about that. Same thing about your being who you are. What thoughts you should have. What thought you should have to be conscious. To have a thought, you must be conscious. But to be conscious, what thought you need? Ask. To have a thought, you must be conscious. But to be conscious, what thought is needed? What name is needed? What perception is needed? What sensation is needed? What activity is needed? Seeing, tasting, touching, walking, any activity. You understand? Why people find it extremely difficult? Because we are overwhelmed, surrounded, overtaken, you understand? Inundated, buried under millions of actions, millions of wrong ideas. It's like somebody looking for space in a buried mound. Forget the space is on the top also. You are trying to dig the space. Should you dig the space? And can the space be buried? Now you take yourself that you are buried under the roll, you are digging the roll. You understand? You are digging. Dismissal, not this, not this, not this. Beautiful to listen. Not this. What's wrong with this? Or something wrong with me, therefore I can't take it. If body is a burden, have I made the body a burden, or body has made it a burden? If money is a burden, who can converted the money to a burden? If relationship is a burden, what does it mean? You don't know how to relate. Now, even if I know how to relate, still there are inconveniences, but that will not bother you, because you are there. And if it goes, it doesn't matter to you at all also, because this is what I am. Please see that. That is why it is so beautiful. If everybody is aware of these things. You are you, I am I. Each one is wonderful. Can we walk together? Yes. We can't. Okay. You go your way, I go my way. Can we eat together? Yes. But I can't eat with you. Nice time. Please eat yourself and be happy. I'm very happy with myself. Physical body, very young. Wonderful. Very old. Wonderful. Your own body, what to talk of somebody? Your own mind, what to talk of somebody's mind? You understand? Only when you feel blessed, the whole universe shall appear blessed. As long as you feel cursed, you shall curse everybody, and the whole existence will appear cursed. That is why it is so important to know and be about yourself. No prejudice. The biggest wonder is this creation. Think, friends. The biggest wonder in this creation, the greatest wonder in this creation, not the 7 wonders, 10 wonders, million wonders. You are the biggest wonder. It's not a pep talk. Somebody can use few points from this to make a pep talk, but this is the truth. Pep talk means few ideas from here and there and telling you some positive stuff. This is not positive or negative. There is nothing negative or positive in the absolute knowledge, because everything is beautiful, everything is useless. All your roles are beautiful, all your roles are useless. Who cares? Because you are being who you are. Okay, so such a person, when he knows this, read the verses please, from 81 onwards, please read. We shall see that. Ultimately, as I say, don't get hooked in the verses, text, classes. Those are all lovely means, beautiful. But be the self, so that these are all lovely paintings. Which one is better? The painting of the Himalayas or the real Himalayas? These are word paintings. You are the subject. When the eye unconsciously loves the poetry, forgets himself. Loves the description, forgets himself. Loves the sensation, forgets himself. Do you understand? It's like a painter loves his painting, but himself is drunk dead. Dead drunk. Drunk dead, dead drunk. Drinking to death. But create beautiful, lovely. You enjoy reading about you. You enjoy talking about you. Nothing wrong. But do you enjoy being yourself? No need to read, no need to talk, no need to share, no need to do anything, no need to be alive. You know what it is? This is the brown crow. That has been here in this ashram from 1985 we purchased. After that these two came. They are somewhere or other hanging around here. So beautiful. There are no birds in this place. When we came, there are no squirrels. Nothing. But now there are so many birds are there. Wonderment. Think. So wondering about what you create, forget yourself. When you lose yourself in what you create, you become like a Narcissus. Falling in love with what you create, falling in love with your own body, falling in love with your own mind, but never falling in love with yourself. And therefore, destroyed, devastated. You are very nice because your body is nice. Body becomes, you are out. Relationships break down because I am no more presentable. I don't think she likes me anymore. I don't think he likes me. Your own level of confidence is zero. As long as I am rich, everybody was looking at me. Now I know I don't have riches. I don't think anybody will care for me. Even if somebody cares for you, you shall think they are sympathizing or they are being polite. You can't believe that somebody really likes you because you have no confidence. That man, Hurricane, when he went to the jail person said, you go, get down there and remove your suit, that three-piece suit you have, remove that and pick up this, prisoner's uniform. He said, I am not a prisoner and I am not going to put on the prisoner's uniform because in my eyes I have never committed a crime. Then he said, you know what nonsense, say again, these white jailers are there. He said, you know what you are doing, son? 90 days in a cell. No, nothing, inside a cell. Put on your fancy dress, only cell. Food is given. He stayed there 90 days in a dark cell. What he has written for his things there, he talks to himself. Nobody is going to take over me. No, you are not. Reminds. Just conviction keeps him alive. This is positive thinking. It's not out of blissfully you are alone. A person chooses to be in a cave for years, but he doesn't feel deranged. Why? He has chosen to be there. He is conscious, he has chosen to be there. But you are forced. How do you survive? Like a Nazi concentration camp. How do you survive? They put him there. After 3 months, he comes back. Reminds himself. That is the so-called, sort of a positive thinking like that. Okay. But that is not the reality. Because so much of pain, so much of suffering inside also in life. But what is the sustenance? There is something within everybody. How does a person survive jail term, banishment, any type of jail term is not only there. Like suppose in your own family, you are misunderstood and you are isolated. Does it not happen? You are misunderstood and you are isolated. Your brother will not talk to you, your sister will not talk to you, your husband will not talk to you, your wife will not talk to you. You are part of the family, but there is nobody talking to you. Is it a prison or no? It's an open air prison. It's an open air prison. Think. It's an open air prison because you are a prisoner of your thought. That is a prison because again you are a prisoner inside. Listen carefully. But when the person defies, no, I have not done it. Therefore, he stays there. This whole universe becomes so beautiful travel when you know, I am not a part of it. Body is not my prison. Thoughts are not my prison. Ideals are not my prison. They all exist in me. I am not imprisoned by them. I am not limited by them. That existence, awareness. One who has it, imagine, friends, how beautiful. And who should have it? Everybody. But these roles are so many. Oh, before even we are aware, we are overtaken as children while growing up. Okay? So now just think when a person sees this, how he lives the life. Read verse number 81 verse, please. Naiva prarthayate lavam nalabhe nanushochati धीरस्य शीतलं चित्तम् अमृतेनैव पूरितम् न शान्तं स्तौति निष्कामः न दुष्टमपि निन्दति समदुःखसुखस्तृप्तः किञ्चित् कृत्यं न पश्यति धीरो न द्वेष्टि संसारम् आत्मानं न दिदृक्षति हर्षामर्षविनिर्मुक्तः न मृतो न च जीवति Dhiro na dvishti sansaram Atmanam nadi drukshati Harshamarsha vinirmukta Namruto nacha jivati. What is it? It talks about Dhira, the one who is awakened unto himself, as I told you. One who is capable of Dhim, Buddhim, Vishayabhya, Rati, Pratyugnati. One is capable of withdrawing himself effortlessly from the sense organs, sense object, even the thoughts. Listen carefully. Effortless withdrawal is a contradiction in terms. Withdrawal means effort. Effortless withdrawal. Are you getting that? Withdrawal means what? Withdrawal means presupposes engagement. Unless you are engaged, what withdraw? So, what is the effortless withdrawal? You understand? Effortlessness is your being, and being yourself means automatically withdrawn. Like space is naturally withdrawn from anything and everything. Should the space withdraw? Can the space withdraw? Think, can the space withdraw? Can the space choose to get into something? There is no choice in involvement. There is no choice in non-involvement. And that is the beauty, glory of your being, who you are. That is why Shitala Chittam Dhiraha, as I told you in the other class, cool disposition. You see that the cool word has come there. Shitala, it doesn't look that cool word, but English word cool, very cool. But Shitala means cool. Shitala Chittam, cool mind, cool dude. In local, the cool person. Meaning what? Surrounded by everything, unaffected by everything, overwhelmed by nothing. Surrounded by everything. Body is alive, body doesn't create a problem. Body is not a cause. Thoughts are all there, situation, everything is as it is. The person remains unruffled, unaffected, at rest with himself at all times. Why? Because what all he was looking for in life, he has found it in himself. You look for immortality, you are immortal. You look for happiness, you are the happiness. You look for love, you are the love. You look for freedom, you are the freedom. Whatever you are looking for, everything is in yourself. So overwhelmingly satisfying, you don't know what else to do. That is why, for such a person, Amrita Rasanaiva Puritam. He is full of Amrita Rasa, the nectar of immortality, the nectar in immortality. Meaning, where there is nothing dies. Why? And nothing is born. For something to end, it must begin. A class begins, class ends. You can close your eyes, you have to open your eyes. A thought begins, thought ends. In between they may remain suspended. They were the begin, they come to an end. Self-awareness. Neither begins nor ends. That is why if the meditation is beginning, it ends. So the meditator, agitated in the beginning of meditation, think, the meditator, agitated in the beginning of meditation, now get into meditation. At the end of meditation, how did he begin? Agitated, no? At the end of meditation, agitation begins. The agitator meditates. Meditation ends, agitator continues. That is why this meditation, so-called meditation, doesn't work. For some time you remain suspended, you forget yourself. That is not the point. Like your deep sleep state. Agitated, restless, goes to sleep. Wake up, the rest ends. You reconnect with your problems of life. So after so-called meditation, if after this so-called meditation, you are reconnected to your last problems, you are sleeping, you are not meditating. You understand the point? But for that parking of your vehicle in that ashram or puja room or somewhere, you pay some money, like parking your body. You park your body in that place for 1 hour, so pay 10,000 rupees. It depends on what type of parking lot is available for you. Air-conditioned parking lot or exotic parking lot also is very expensive. Mountain top, look at a wall. To be the self, as we have seen it already, where should you go? Are you here or not? At this moment you are here or not? At this moment, in this place you are. So wherever your body moves, there you are. Wherever your thought moves, there you are. But where you are, and the mind has an access, the body has access, the creation has an access. Understand? This is an amazing revelations, our tradition. So what to say, sir? Physical universe, look at the space. How many trees have gone? How many landscapes might have been destroyed? How many stars and planets and solar systems might have fallen off? Space. How many different sounds might have come and gone? Silence. This is like a visual presentation of the invisible. That is why everybody is seduced by silence. Everybody is seduced by a vast landscape. Because you are so vast. It brings you in touch with yourself. But just like many people are afraid of silence also, because they don't know what is going on. Everything is silent, but they don't know what is going on. Many people are afraid of being with themselves also, because very much in themselves, you get, oh, no thoughts, what is going on? They will be restless. Thoughts will make some people restless, absence of thoughts makes some other people restless. That is why neither thought is meditation, nor the absence of thought is meditation. That is why also neither thought is agitation, nor the absence of thought is agitation. Your being who you are is neither the presence of a thought or absence of a thought. Presence of something or absence of something. Presence of your body or absence of it. It makes no difference. Amruteneva puritam. Therefore, neither he labham prarthayate, neither he waits, begs, looks forward to some type of gain in life so that I can better. You can look forward to any gain in life, but don't hitch. Put a condition that if I get that, I will be happy, you will be disappointed. Wait for anything to gain, but not for happiness' sake, for its own sake. I am really waiting for a car. Why? So that I want to have a car. Finish. To be happy? You want to, by having that car, if you are happy, what about the car manufacturer? The fellow who owns the Mercedes-Benz company, there must be some fool owning it, no? What about the family who owns the Ferrari company? They must be the happiest people in the world. Having one Ferrari, if it makes you think, you understand the silliness and the infinite wonders of ignorance. Why should we call it silly? After all, we have to be silly sometime too. It doesn't matter. Think, friends. One TV, 60 inches TV. Then he has a 60-inch chest also, 60-inch TV, you see. Dream, nothing wrong. But don't say the dream fulfilled will make me better than who I am. No. If you make a dream, listen carefully, fulfilling a dream is your happiness, non-fulfillment will make the dream a nightmare. That is why labham na prarthayate, alabham na anusojati, doesn't wait for a gain nor grieves for the loss. Super, you understand? The sense of being, who you are, there is no sense of losing or gaining. Loss or gain, listen carefully, loss or gain by themselves are neither loss or a gain. In the presence of an individuality, loss makes a loser, gain makes a gainer. So if you are a loser, you are stupid. If you are a gainer, you are also stupid. Because you will alternate between the two. When you are who you are, loss is loss, gain is gain. But you are not a loser or you are not a gainer. But is alive? I am not alive. Why? Eternal. But is dying? I am not dying. Why? Eternal. You can take loss and gain, put it anywhere you like. It is A plus B whole square. You like a formula. And it defies the formula too. You can be happy and happily lose. You can be happy and happily gain. Happily how to lose? Happily how can gain? You are happy to gain. By gaining you are not happy, therefore you can happily gain. You are happy to lose. Why? By losing you are not happy, therefore you can happily lose. You look at yourself. Or else you will be very angry with people. Because somebody made me to lose it, I will teach him a lesson. Yes, because you have a sense of loss, you are going to cheat yourself and teach him a lesson. If somebody can give a sense of loss, who is more powerful? If somebody can give you a sense of loss, who is more powerful? In a very simple life, you see, this hurricane really touched me. How many such unsung heroes are there around the world? People who have survived in Nazi camps, people who have survived atrocities, people who have survived isolation, people who have survived neglect, people who have survived conspiracies. You are not in a jail, but you are inside a house, in a relationship, you are in a bondage. Free yourself, be that. Don't wait for the world to grant you freedom. Political freedom, social freedom, yes, that has to be regularized. Absolute freedom, nobody can give. It is not a constitutional guarantee. Because already with yourself, you are free. That is why such a person, no shantam, so no sense of loss and gain. How much you can, one verse you can go on continuing for the rest of life. Continue. Na shantam stauti nishkama. Oh, an amazing verse. Na dushtam api cha nindati. Nishkama. A person who is nishkama, where there is no expectations, no demands, no needs, no desire to do something, not to do something, to be happy, to be fulfilled. Ask yourself, do you have dreams, ideals, goals, destinations fixed so that you can be better than who are you now? Yes, you can be a better player, you can be a better cook, you can be a greater musician, you can be a greater magician, you can be a greater athlete, a greater painter, greater artist, but you can't be a greater being, which defies the growth. At no time you are lesser to be great and to be greater. Everything is same. That is why do not impose this absolute vision in the relative world. Now I want to be a better I want to be a better cook. Then the leap Vedantin, what will tell you? Why you want to be a better one? You are already the best. So everybody is already best cook, huh? So you give these fellows some food from some idiotic hand who makes vegetables as past. It was a bit better good. You know, the way they cook, it was a bitter good. Now it is carbon. Okay? In the relative world, there is always a possibility for growth, change. But being yourself, if I get a car, yes, what will happen? I will become owner of a car, cool. But being the owner of a car, I will be happy, hot. It's no more cool. It is totally mistake. I want to have a huge house. Go ahead. How huge? A 1500 room palace. That Brunei king has it. Oh, then I'll have 1501. The other fellow has got it. Who? X. He has a 2000 room house. Your happiness goes. The moment you find somebody else has the same thing that you are getting it, you finish, you feel terrible, no? That is why people learn how to deflate. Suppose somebody comes forward and says, you know, yesterday I went to that Mauritius. What a beach. Yeah, you went to Mauritius beach, that's fine. But did you go to Seychelles? Then what did you see? Finished. Somebody can kill you. Because you think very great by going to a place, so the person will refer to the greater one and you are finished. You know, I heard Subbalakshmi. Tepa. She came to our house and sang. You are finished. You understand? Why do you finish or why somebody can finish you? Because you are a dreamer. You want to be better than who you are. When you know who you are, it's best of best. There is no comparison, incomparable, no superlatives. You understand? Nothing. No comparison. Everybody is same. That is why Shantam na stauti niskam. The person who has no such dream, he sees somebody very calm, quiet, nice. Na stauti doesn't praise out of the way. In a sense, doesn't envy the person. Oh, look at that. What a beautiful house he has. Look at that man. What a nice dog he has. Look at that person. How many places he has gone. Na stauti. Yes, stuti is like a jealousy. People do the stuti, no? Do they not? When you want to get something from somebody, what do you say? Nobody like you. Right? Nobody like you. Not only you sing, but also nobody sings like you. Not only you cook, nobody cooks like you. Not only you teach, but nobody teaches like you. Not only you have a car, but nobody has a car like you. People thriving on comparison. And therefore, you shall be destroyed in a moment. The same person who is telling that there is nobody cooking better than you, suddenly one day comes and says, but the other place I went, what food? I don't think anybody can cook. Now you are finished, you are destroyed. That fellow becomes number one enemy now. Why? The one who had put you on a height now has taken out the throne from under your bottom. Right? Now you are landing with a thud. You don't like it. You don't like it. If you don't feel pushed up, you will not feel pulled down. Simple principle. If you don't feel pushed up, you shall not feel pulled down. Why is it so? Because you can't be grabbed. Have you seen that lizard? You hold his tail, he leaves his tail and goes, you are out. You hold the roll of the individual, the roll comes out, he survives. It's like the snake which had that slough, that covering, sloughs out. Suppose you put it and what he does? He slips out of that covering, what happens? He is gone. You are stuck with the cover. Your umbrella had a cover. As you are going, somebody is grabbing that cover. You pull each other, he takes the cover, you take the umbrella. Happy. The time cannot touch the content. Container, time can take. Anybody can frighten you if you are feeling strong, comfortable, happy, depending on something. So if that something is taken away, they will make you miserable. Criminals do that. In the mafias, you read that Godfather book, the big man did not want to respond to the mafia's demand. They cut the prized horse head and put it on his bed. That horse is millions of dollars, and the fellow loved it. So he cut the horse, put the head. He felt devastated, like you love your dog. Somebody kills your dog. You love your child. Why people hold everybody in ransom? These are the things. Understand? Such deep, deep thinking. It looks as though, therefore you cannot hold anything as something, depend on anything. 100% true. Be totally free, independent in yourself. Play dependent in life. But play dependent, you can depend if you feel like. But no, it's not dependable. Therefore, not stauti. How much money he has got, what type of achievement he has got, what height he has reached. What does it mean? Listen carefully. When your eyes with glow, you say, oh, look at what height he has reached. You know what does it mean? How stupid I am underground. You hate yourself because that man has reached where I want to reach and I couldn't reach, so I am stupid. How beautiful. Praising somebody, you are destroying yourself. Some people are still more stupid. They are not great, but they know somebody great. Therefore, they shall praise the person to whom they know as the great, and you are useless. Still useless. Are you getting that point? Suppose I say, yesterday I had the lunch with that boy, Rojaya. The boy sitting down in the governor's place here in Madras, governor, Rojaya, some forget R, whatever his name is. Suppose I say, last night I had a governor, this boy called me and then you tell me, Pranab Mukherjee called me out. Suppose you tell me, suppose you called, that Pranab Mukherjee called you. My governor is gone. Right? Or still more useless is, you went to governor's thing. Listen, you went to governor's thing. My friend was invited by Queen of England. My friend, not me, because he's my friend. So you understand this stupidity and vicarious nonsense. All these are, you look at yourself, are you doing it or not doing? Not I was invited. You come with a nice bullet vehicle or you come with a nice car. You are very happy. Instead of being happy with your happiness, no. This is very nice car. My friend has a Mercedes. What have you got? Nothing. But my friend has, you see. So you are the friend of a Mercedes owner. How sick people can be. You understand? All these comes from a sense of limitation. When you are happy with yourself, being who you are, and therefore happy with everybody and anybody, because who they are is as beautiful as you are. You don't look at themselves for what they have. Therefore, nastauti, oh, look at the house, look at the car, look at the music, look at the youth, look at the beauty. Yes, fantastic. They are all beautiful, wonderful. I'm happy. But I don't want to be like that. Why? They don't want to be like me. Why should I be like him? Like that man 20, 30 years back, it was a piece of news that time. One man, he wrote a nice piece of letter in the newspaper that the Prince Charles was getting married. So this man wrote in some news, Indian newspaper, he wrote a letter, simply a funny letter. He said, I am not going to invite Queen Elizabeth for my son's marriage. Why? Because she did not invite me for her son's marriage. I thought I know her. She came to, when Delhi she came, she was driving around, when I waved, she also waved. I thought she knew me. But she never invited me. So I am not going to invite her for my son's marriage. How nice it is. How do you feel it is? These type of variety people like that also, you know. I don't know, you have a car. I won't enjoy your car, but I shall remind my friend, you know, he has a... And these people are polite, they can't say, anyway, your friend has, but you don't have, no? Then the fellow can be destroyed. But nobody wants to destroy them like that. Why? Because power. Living on castles. So, forget it. Not only that. Dushtamapi na nindati. Amazing line. Dushtamapi na nindati. As he has not been jealous of somebody's prosperity, Dushtamapi na nindati. Doesn't condemn even the most condemned one. Doesn't condemn. Why is it so? Because there is a difference between who somebody is and what somebody has. Why that distinction is so clear? Because distinction is clear for me in my life. Who I am is different from what I seem to have. It's a temporary phase. In ignorance, sometimes you can be kind, sometimes you can appear to be cruel also. Sometimes you can be loving, sometimes you can appear to be very much. A person hates everybody. You know their limitations, they don't know. And they say, no, hate the sin, but not the sinner. If it is so, what is the opposite? Love the virtue or a quality, but don't love the song, but not the singer. Are you getting that point? Can you do that? Can you do that? Very difficult, no? Love the love the cooking, but not the cooker, cook. Okay? Listen. Love the good quality, but not the person. Very difficult. But ideal is hate the sin, but not the sinner. But same, is it not same extension? Hate the sin, but not the sinner. Love the virtue, but not the person. Why? If you do that, just like the sinner feels condemned to a sin, this person also will feel condemned to his achievement. You have to take them beyond both, neither good nor bad. He says, this is out of the world. Dushtamapi na nindati. Even to the person who is worst behaving person, na nindati. Mahadeva, how much can I talk about these things? By condemning somebody, if you're feeling superior and therefore happy, you will be miserable that the person has changed. You understand that point? It is so unfortunate. Sometimes I have seen it happening in people's lives. When the person grows up, changes nicely, the person feels bad because as though he has nothing to help, he has nobody to help anymore. When somebody doesn't need your advice anymore, you become very sarcastic. You have grown up, now why should you talk to me? So for you to be placed on the pedestal of an advisor, I have to be always an idiot. For me to be a social, for me to do social service, some people should remain poor all the time. Why? Because I am the social conscience of people. What nonsense. For my compassion, kindness to come out, there should be some people who should be miserable. Sick. Serve the sick. Suppose there are no sick people, what do? Your service is over, no? We feed the poor. Nobody wants it. That is why in developed countries, such religions disappear. Where there is nobody poor. Nobody needs your help. It's all the welfare state, but the government is taking care of everything. So religious groups are not needed. So they have to go back to the country where there are a lot of people are, starving and all that stuff. Anyway, friends, please see that. Look at yourself. Am I condemning somebody to feel superior? Does my recognition of a quality in somebody will make me inferior? If it is true, you shall be miserable for your life. When you are happy with yourself, you recognize where there is a guna without being jealous. You recognize where there is a dosha, a limitation, without feeling superior. Or giving him a sense of being condemned, correcting that. Therefore, everybody is beautiful. Sama dukkha sukha truptaha, such a person. Dukkhesu sukhesu truptaha. What is sukha, sama sukha dukkha? Because you like it or not, you cannot escape these relative situations. Sometimes comfort, sometimes discomfort. No, I am a wise man, I don't feel anything. You must be not to feel anything. Today, sitting down in this place, so suppose today is a very hot day. Now you are all sitting down quietly, no problem, you are getting breeze. But I am the only one active. So he is very talking, naturally sweating now all over. Now this fan will be very nice, but this fellow makes noise, so you don't want it. But suppose there is a little breeze comes up, it is definitely sukham. Sitting down there, sweating and hot sun and everything, definitely dukkham, meaning uncomfortable. But if this fan will make me sukhi, in the absence of the electricity, I shall curse the fan maker, curse the electricity department, curse everybody, Madras also. So what this place is? Garam. Summer means hot. So dukkha is not dukkha. Discomfort will be there, but I am not uncomfortable. Comforts will be there, but I am not the happy. Are you getting that point? These comforts do not make me the happiness. Discomfort doesn't make me unhappy. I don't alternate between these comforts and discomfort, right and wrong, good and bad. Sama. I am who I am, but comfortable with the comfort, comfortable with the discomfort. Because this you cannot escape. How lovely it is, you understand? So that you don't have to negate anything. Or else, to be happy means, and to be comfortable means, all these uncomfortable situations must be kept away. Can you keep away? Can you keep the summer away? Can you keep the winter away? Can you keep the old age away? Can you keep the death away? How beautiful. That is in the scripture, when you understand these Vedas or Upanishads or all these beautiful texts, what they say? There is no fighting with nobody in this creation. You be happy with yourself, then organize. As I said in the beginning of the class, remember that point. Amazing, this morning it came to me, that's why I am talking to you. That there are so many things is not a problem, or not is a beauty by itself. But somebody organizes a lovely house, nice food, nice garden, nice painting, nice poem, nice novel, nice movie. Ingredients are available everywhere. Who can bring it together? Same way. Objects are available. Emotions are not available. Who can bring the emotions? Individuality only can bring emotions, right or wrong? Individuality alone can bring emotions. That was so beautiful. But the same individuality who is going to invoke emotions also can evolve victim of his own emotions. Okay, so this is an architect, a confused architect. Why? Because not aware of himself. Now shall he be a beautiful cook, a wonderful dancer, a nice musician, a good painter, or shall be a good father or a good mother? Conflict comes. That is where the I gets confused. If I am good to my wife, my mother is angry. If I am good to my mother, my wife is angry. If I am good to my father, my husband is angry. Good to my husband, my father is angry. Shall I be a husband or a wife, mother or a son? You understand? How much conflict comes in life? Therefore, let me be myself, who I am. The role should vary. But my happiness doesn't depend upon that. Okay, so samasukha dukkha trupta. Kinchit krutyam na pashyati. He is so contented with himself. Listen, kinchit krutyam na pashyati. Krutyam means kartum yogyam. He does not see anything to be done. Don't take it literally. He doesn't see anything to be done. Hyphenated. Krutyam na pashyati. Krutyam for what? He doesn't see anything to be done to be happy, to be comfort, to be enlightened, to be free, to be immortal. Action for action's sake, not for happiness' sake. Think for yourself. Sit down and think for yourself. Am I living for living's sake? Or because I am afraid if I die, what will happen? Am I having a house for house sake? Or if the house goes, what will happen? Car for car's sake? Job for job's sake? Money for money's sake? A faith for faith's sake? A study for study's sake? Thinking for thinking's sake? Meditation for meditation's sake? How beautiful! Please, feel this vision. If I can say feel, he's already feeling everything. But you consciously see that presence in every pursuit of your life. I am watching a movie. Is it for my happiness sake or for movie's sake? It's for happiness sake, it will be miserable. Am I meditating for meditation's sake or for happiness sake? When I meditate, I feel comfortable. It will be miserable. That is why every action becomes beautiful. Yadyat karma karomi tattadakilam sambhodavaradhanam. O Lord, yadyat karma karomi, whatever action comes through me, he sambhodavaradhanam, that is worship. How many people will understand this? Because for people, there is black and white. Prejudices, religious, social, racial, racial, all these different types of prejudices. What somebody should eat, what somebody should behave, gender, sexual prejudices, what type of thing you should have, should not have, how you should behave like that. All these things comes up in life. Black, white, red, green, man, woman, Therefore you are disappointed in life. Ask yourself. Don't look at somebody. That is the biggest mistake you can commit in life. Don't look at somebody. Look at that fellow, how is he laughing, how is he doing. That's not my problem. You see for yourself, am I pointing out something to feel superior or for its own sake? Am I doing something for my happiness or for its own sake? Understand? Am I practicing something to feel superior or inferior or for its own sake? Or if I do the puja, everybody will say I am such a nice man. If I do in meditation, everybody says. That is why when sometimes what people do, when somebody is coming, they close their eyes. Why? They want to show that they are meditating. When everybody is gone, like that. Mummy comes, physics book. Mummy goes, novel. What is this? You ask yourself, okay, samadukkasu kinchit krutyam, there is no such thing to be done by doing which he will be better than who he is now. Who he is so beautiful, he doesn't want to be anybody else. I wish I can be a millionaire. How many wishes you have got in the world? I wish I had that land. I wish I could have purchased that car. I wish she should have been my wife. I wish he should have been my husband. I wish I should have this type of children. I wish I have this type of house. I wish my neighbor is dead. Right? I wish nobody is around in this world. Wonderful. That is why your wishes are not fulfilled. Because your wishes are so horrible wishes. By wishing, what is it? If it is done, then I'll be happy. No. With frustration, listen, with some type of dream, what do you say? I wish I can live little longer. The person is frustrated, I wish I die now. Who is better? Both are useless. Neither maranam vanchati, neither it desires death, nor it desires life. As it is, fantastic. Krutyam na kinchit pashyati. You take that as a principle and fix it against that in your own life. Is there anything which has to be done for me to be who I am? Or as I am is so beautiful, everything else is a bonus in my life. Thank God. That is a aho sastram, aho guru. What a scripture, what a guru, what a tradition. How nice it is. You understand? It's amazing, 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 you know. It is relative worlds are like that. Whatever you want to put one condition for another, you put yourself, by having something you are happy, by not having something somebody will be miserable. Which one is better? One fellow went to one Christian priest has written this, so that I can tell that. It's just like that, you know, there is nothing against Christian or Islam, but Hindu or any stuff, but this is a story. He's written the story. One man goes to the father. And that fellow is the little tipsy, you know, drunk. So he goes to the father, the priest, village priest, and asks him, Father, what is this arthritis? What is this arthritis? The father knew this fellow is a drunk. So he wanted to chastise him, and he says, you know what is why it is? What is the arthritis? Is arthritis a condition which comes if you drink and drink and drink, if you smoke, if you change, lose man or woman. That is what is arthritis. Okay, tell me, why do you want to know? He said, no, the newspaper says that the Pope has got all the arthritis. It is too soon. Some people are like that, right? You put one condition and put it again everyone and everybody. Don't do that. If you do it, of course, first you are miserable, and that way you are making others miserable. And only miserable people will make other people miserable. A happy person will not make anybody unhappy. Have you seen children? Children! You try to sit down and cry. Just now one child was there, 3.5, 4 years old. Sweet. And I telling, I say, please come. No? Shall I cry? He said, no. See, the moment is, shall I cry, he opens up. No. Why? Children don't like anybody to be miserable. They are happy. They want everybody to be happy like that. Not that they know that. They don't know that. That is why compassion comes naturally. Helping even your enemy. Nobody is your enemy, but the other person feels inimical towards you. What can you do? But still you can help him also. Why? Hungry, no? Give him food. In our tradition they say, Saranagata. Saranagata means one who seeks refuge, grant it. Even if your enemy, he has come begging for his life, give it. Destroying life in a second. Be that, then you will know how beautiful it is. In a dhira, therefore, krutyam nakinj pashyati. So, no, doesn't censure the evil or the wrong ones, anybody, nor is jealous of somebody's achievement. Contented ajis. Such a person, dhira, again, the person who is capable of being with himself without any effort. Like the example they give in Bhagavad Gita. Yatha sammarte chayam kurmanganiva sarvasa. Kurmanganiva, kurma is turtle. The turtle is going with his limbs outside. The 4 legs, the tail and the head. The turtle is going. The moment it senses danger, does it struggle? First left leg, then right leg, then back leg, this other leg, then the tail, then the head. No. The moment he senses danger, poof, finished. Effortless. Then the tiger can come, lion can come, they can try to roll him, nothing happens. They can't beat that thing. He has gone in, finished. Kurmang anganiva, as effortlessly he withdraws. He knows where the protection is. One who is capable of doing that, indriyani indriyarthebhya tasya prajna pratisthita, that effortlessly who can withdraw his senses from the sense object. Meaning thereby, knowing that you are the protection. And therefore you have chosen to go. When do you withdraw? Only when you have gone ahead, no? So now, vice versa person means never sees. Then what is the withdrawal now? You don't withdraw to yourself or go away from yourself. You can go into the world, withdraw from the world, but you don't go into yourself or withdraw from yourself. You understand the language? The protective shell is always there. Hands and legs going out and coming in. You are the protective shell, the consciousness that you are. Now, eyes, ears, tongue, nose, physical body, all perceptions, sensations, everything involved. The moment you know, somebody is telling, no, that's not it, you can't have it. It's okay. You don't feel denied, you feel always in protected. Are you getting that? Because you are the protection, you are the truth, happiness for yourself. That is why, so effortless. There was no effort. Listen, you did not put forth effort to go out, nor you put forth effort to go in. Then why did you see? Eyes are there, objects are there. Can I escape seeing? No. But you are not supposed to see. The eyes are there. When you close your eyes, okay. Be unconscious, shut up. You understand? Have nobody, no emperors, nobody can touch. You can touch my land, you can touch my house, you can take away things that I have. Even physical body also you can torture. You can't have no access to my thought. What I shall think or not think is not your prerogative. And who I am, just forget it. Luckily, who I am also is who you are. Therefore, even in spite of stupidity, I shall say, you are the Brahman, the Absolute. I won't say you are an idiot. In ignorance man's vision, wise man is an idiot. In wise man's vision, idiot also is potentially wise. That is why compassion. The ignorant person can ignorant pretend to be wise? He can pretend to be wise without any idea of what the wisdom is. But a wise man doesn't have to pretend to be ignorant. He knows what ignorance is. So he can play ignorant. And that's why he can accept ignorance. In the language and in the understand, in ignorant man's language there is no wisdom. In wise man's language, ignorance is always accepted. Why? At one time he was there, where the other person is now. Naturally, sir. What to say? Sache dhira. Na dveshti sansaram. Sansaram na dveshti. Oh, see the beauty. Sansaram na dveshti. Doesn't look down upon the samsara. Oh, the samsara dukkham. You know, this creation, samsara is painful. Sansara dukkham. Here everything is changing. Don't depend on this. Na samsaram na dveshti. Neither hates it, resists it. Atmanam didrukshadi. Neither he craves for Atmanam, self-awareness, self-knowledge. Self, I must be myself. I must look for this. Why? He is already it. Drashtumicha, the didruksha. There is no more desire to see himself or not to see the world. Ignorant person, lost in the world, tired, looks for himself. The person not knowing himself, who is withdrawn, tired, wants to go back to the world. That is why people alternate between religious and spiritual secular engagements. Sometimes in isolation, sometimes in crowd. Sometimes tired of crowd, isolation. Tired of isolation, go to crowd. Tired of the confine of a religious institution, go out into the world. Now tired of that, get into this. How long shall you be going like this? The one who is aware of himself, for him, sansaram na drishti. Samsara means what? The body, the mind, the thought, the creation, the whole changing realm. Samsarati the samsara, which is continuously moving and changing. Anything that is changing is a samsara. But you are not a samsari. A prison is not a prison if there is no prisoner. This samsara, if there is no samsari, it is not samsara. The samsara is there, but it is not a prison, because you are not a samsari, you are not holding on to that. You are being with yourself, who you are. Since the samsara is not tiring, what you want to escape from? Whatever tires you down, you want to escape from. But you completely forget the one who is getting tired, you are not getting tired of him. Very sharp, friends. Think. One is getting tired, we eulogize him. Oh, he is so tired of the world, he is removed, get away from everything. That is a renunciates are worshipped. Renunciates are tired people. Tired of renunciation, somebody is indulging, you don't worship him. Where some variety, some devotees are also there for that. No. What is that? The person who is making millions. Many people are there, worship and admire him. Some people give up. They renounce, and other people worship them. Why? What they cannot do, this man has done. Physical renunciation. You can be living in a hutment. Your head is reeling inside the luxuries. You can live in the palatial luxury, unconnected. Who shall know? Atmanam diduksha. Neither he is interested in seeing himself, nor is he interested in condemning the world. No. Sansaram na dveshti. Neither he condemns or dismisses the creation. Everything is beautiful as it is. Harsha, amarsha, vinirmukta, na mruta na cha jivati. What language? Harsha, amarsha, vinirmukta. Free from elation and depression. Harsha, elated, deflated, depressed. No. There is no ups and downs in life. Such a person, na mrutaha, na cha jivati. Neither is alive, nor he is dying. Living he is not alive, dead he is not dead, dying he is not dead. Eternal existence, Sanatana. Nainam chindanti sastrani, nainam dahati pavaga, nachainam kledanti apana shosayati maruta, achchedyuyam, adayoyam. Akledya, ashoshya evacha, nitya sarvagata sthano, achaloyam sanatana. That is you, that is me, that is everybody in this universe, including this little flower. It provides such beauty for 1 hour, 2 hours, 1 day, disappears. What is 1 day for this flower is 80 years for us. If the flower has a sense of its timing, pretty long time, 80, 40 hours. The day it was born like a little bird. Oh, I am born now. Ah, growing. Ah, blossomed. Ah, such fragrance. Oh, fading, drooping, falling away. Oh, plucked. You don't feel nice to be plucked, will it? Falls away. Some human beings are also plugged in life, isn't it? Killed, poisoned, destroyed. Same thing. In and through the changes, Sanatana. There is something which is eternal. Same thing in all of us, who we are. Mrito na jivati. Neither alive is not alive, dead is not dying, thinking is not thinking, seeing doesn't see, touching doesn't touch, teaching doesn't teach, meditating doesn't meditate. What to do? Suppose you have to speaking this line, how many things you can go on telling? Endless, no? But what it is? So beautiful, that is where you fulfilled, so fulfilled. Okay, right, we shall see tomorrow. It's amazing lines are coming, just we shall just read it, tomorrow we shall see that. It's amazing lines. Nisneha putra dharado nishkamo vishayesu che nischinta swasarirepi nirasa sobate buddha tushti sarvatra dhirasya yatha patita vartinaha swachandam charato deshan yatra stamita shayina. It's amazing verses, amazing verses. Tomorrow you will see that about family, in a situation, in every situation of life. You see this wisdom. Wisdom is not something in a separate, exclusive, transcendental entity. It is something so inclusive. In every moment of your life, you are in meditation, being yourself. That is why in every moment you are in meditation. Meditation is not an activity. Any activity is meditation. Wisdom is not a phenomenon. Happens sometimes. Anything is happening in and through that wisdom. If you make wisdom a special phenomenon, enlightenment a special situation, meditation a special, exclusive experience, then you shall be looking for it all the time. And also comparing. Why? Who is more exclusive than the other? Do you want to get engaged even up to freedom? What type of freedom you are looking for? And therefore, if you really discovered freedom, do you want to look for other person whether he has got more or less? More wise or lesser wise? What a waste. Has he read more books or lesser book? More lectures, less lectures? More talks, less talks? More intricate practices, less intricate practices? This thing just doesn't exist in your brain. You enjoy everything as it is. Beautiful rose, fabulous this boy. What is his name? Hibiscus. How can you say both are fabulous? Because this is not a rose and this is not a hibiscus. If the hibiscus is not there, the rose will not shine out. If the rose is not there, hibiscus will be missed also. Because if rose is not there, some flower should be there, no? So which one is better? The sense of better and lesser, superior, inferior, divine and mundane disappear. When the creation, call it God, call it truth, call it reality, call it existence, call it Sanatana, has not condemned anything into limitation, why should we condemn anybody or anything into limitation? Close your eyes. And that shall happen when you are aware of yourself being who you are. As Bhagavan says, Samoham sarvabhuteshu name dushtyas dasyasti name priya. Hey Arjuna, I am same in all the beings. Nobody liked or disliked by me. Amatma sarvabhutasha sthita. I am the self in all the beings. The sound outside doesn't disturb it. Nor when the sound fades away. You are created. Who you are is already existing. Shivoham, Shivoham. A spaciousness, silence, awareness. Thank you.